Hey everybody, this is Fago Franklin III with New Stitch Media. I'm here with Mahesh, head of Growth Rally. How you doing first and foremost?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. So with this pandemic going on, how are you surviving right now?
Doing the best I can out here. I think we're all doing what we can and marching through. So doing pretty well.
Okay. So I understand you have a map out and it's called the Rally Network. So tell me a little bit about that and what inspired you to start the Rally Network.
Yeah. So
Did
Rally
you hear the last thing I
Network.
was saying?
Yeah, cut out a little bit, but I got it. So yeah, so Rally is an emerging blockchain ecosystem built for creators, and by creators, I mean digital celebrities, content creators, emerging artists, those types of people. But before I explain what Rally is, I should really back up and talk about blockchain for a second because it's probably a new concept and a confusing one for a lot of listeners. And so when you think about blockchain, you immediately think about Bitcoin. But really the simplest way to think about blockchain technology is it's really a platform that allows you to create cryptocurrencies and other digital assets that users can buy, sell, or own. And they're secured and run by a community rather than a single company. And so what we're trying to do with Rally is create an emerging blockchain platform for creators so that they can have better monetization opportunities, better economics, more control over platform policies and fees, and really give new economic incentives to fans. And so we're doing this by allowing creators to create their own virtual economies on top of Rally to represent their brands. And within Rally, our first product is called Taki, which is a video tipping platform that allows rising digital stars, athletes, artists to earn revenue by creating personalized videos for their fans. You can kind of think of it as a hybrid between Cameo and Patreon.
The Taki work and what celebrities have you already?
Oh, sorry, could you repeat the question? There you go.
I'm sorry. What is Taki and what celebrities are already on the platform?
Yeah, so Taki is very specifically, it's like a video tipping platform. We're kind of working with folks across the board. So names that you would know, like Ryan Lochte or Andy Dick or Drew Seeley, kind of your traditional celebrities. But we're also working with a lot of up and coming YouTubers like Emily Gould, emerging artists and musicians like Yo Andre and Daniel Worsnop. We've got Game of Thrones actors on there, and we even have athletes like Daniel Cormier, Rose Namajunas, football players like Corey Clement. It's a pretty broad list. It's about 150 celebrities at this point that are on Taki.
Okay. What words of advice could you give anybody that's trying to start up a company? What advice would you give them?
I think it's the advice I'd give them is there's no right way to start. There's multiple ways to start a company. So I think there's oftentimes a small problem that you can seek to solve and really solve a particular pain point. In this case, like we're doing with content creators, or you can take a look at the broader macro trends and technologies out there and figure out how to build a product out of those tools. I think that those are a couple different ways to approach starting a company, but I think it's understanding who your customer is, understanding your market, and what the value proposition that you're offering is to that customer and to that market.
So tell me about the obstacles that you had to overcome with building this platform, because I know everybody just has a lot of obstacles going into it.
Yeah, I think it's twofold for us. On Taki, the challenges are really around creating a very streamlined application for creators so that it's super easy for them to fulfill video orders that fans are requesting. And for fans, it's just creating a really seamless experience for them to input a request to a creator and say, hey, I want this kind of personalized video. I want it as a gift for this other person. Here's how I'd like it done. So there, I think it's just nuts and bolts, creating a really slick, streamlined experience. And for Rally, where we have kind of broader blockchain ambitions, it's really a technology challenge. And so we spent a lot of time thinking about the product design, making this technology work for creators in a way that's simple to use, simple to understand, especially since these are pretty complex topics if you get into them.
Okay. Can you provide a few examples of how fans and celebrities are interacting with each other?
Yeah, so it's changed a lot. I think originally when we launched Taki, it was really around fans would put in a text request saying, "Hey, I want to roast my friend," for example, via Taki. And so I might go on. I would say, "Hey, can you roast my friend? He's always doing stupid stuff. I want a celebrity to kind of shout him out, and it's a fun little gift." A celebrity would fulfill that order and try to provide something funny, right? It's really evolved to we're actually creating a lot more interactivity in the orders, and so we now allow that same fan to upload an Instagram link or a TikTok link or a Twitter link of their friend maybe doing something silly, right? And so the creator then has context. It's like, okay, let me learn a little bit more about this person. Let me look at their account, see if there's any content I can use. And then when they fulfill that video, it'll show up side by side with the original social link. And so that's just a fun little package that provides a lot more context for everybody involved. So that's one example of kind of how we've made interactions richer. We've also added features like tipping, in case you just want to support your celebrity or your favorite creator more, as well as things like doodles, where we have celebrities signing autographs, digital one-of-a-kind kind of autographs on Taki. And so we're just leaning into those types of tools to help creators monetize in new and different ways.
And the last question I'm going to ask you is basically, what advice can you give people about going out for their dreams and making things happen?
Yeah, I think it's all about taking risks. I think there's just calculated risks you take. I mean, there's certainly like things that are too risky and probably don't make sense to do, but I think it's about taking risks on opportunities that seem worthwhile. And I think it gets back to that entrepreneurship advice we were talking about earlier, which is really thinking deeply about a problem, a market, finding the right people to work on a project with, and really taking a risk, because ultimately the fastest way to learn is by doing, and you can only read so much and gain so much experience before you really just have to get out there and try something and do it yourself.
Thank you for your time, and definitely have a blessed one, my friend.
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure, Fago, and have a good day. It was great chatting with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I definitely appreciate it, and we'll talk soon, my friend.
Sounds good. Take care.
Yes, sir. Take care.